Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy J Lou, and you guys are just in time for a new video. In this video, what I'm gonna be talking about is woofing in the summer. But y'all know I live in Houston, where it's hot and humid. So this is the Houston edition of woofing in the summer. You know what I'm saying? I was also challenged by Wavy Crockett to do the 10 weeks woofing challenge. So basically, what I'm gonna do is take y'all with me as I go on a walk and just talk to y'all. This will be a different kind of video about what woofing in the summertime is, and then I'm gonna bring it back home, you know what I'm saying, and give y'all some tips. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump straight into it. I just made it to this park that I normally go to for a walk. The good thing is today is not as hot as it normally is in Houston. As of right now, it's about 87 degrees. It's noon time, you know. Typically at noon, that's whenever the sun be blazing. I know yesterday it was about 95, 99 degrees with a whole bunch of humidity, you know. So as y'all can see, whenever I go outside during the summertime, especially if I want to keep my hair laid, I always have something to cover my head. As y'all can see, this is the sports monsoon cap, you know what I'm saying? If you are concerned about that and if you can stay ragged up, that's the first thing that you want to do. Is always, it's easier just to keep a rag on or keep something on your head to keep your hair laid. And with this, it allows my hair to be able to still breathe, but at the same time it keeps it laid. But that's enough of that, so let's keep the video going. Alright, so the plan was to shoot this video outside, but it is very windy, so forgive me if it sounds windy in the background. But what I'm gonna do is take this video back home. Alright, so what I'm about to do is take this monsoon cap off. I'm gonna show you how my hair looks right after I've been in the sun for a few hours, built up a good sweat and everything like that, allow my hair to dry as much as possible, and then how I try to manage my woof during the summertime. So let's get into it. Now, one thing I want to say before I take it off is if I take the monsoon cap off faster, it really doesn't pick my hair up as much as possible, you know. So when you're taking it off slower, it may grip your hair a little bit more, but if you take it off really fast, it really won't do this. So let me show y'all. Alright, so this is how my waves look after working out, being in the sun. But for the most part, my hair is still laid down. Now, if I let my hair dry off a lot more before I took the monsoon cap off, it would have looked a lot more laid. But the reason why my hair still looks a little bit more laid is because during the summertime, when you want to manage your woof, one thing that you want to do is keep your hair moisturized. Now, I wasn't going to do this video because personally, I don't like woofing during the summertime. But one of my subscribers, shout out to Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? He been hitting me up like,
hey yo, J Lou, when you gonna do a video for woofing in the summertime? It's already summertime in Houston. When you gonna do a video for Houston?
So this video is not only for you, Jimmy, but for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I don't encourage woofing in the summertime is simply because in Houston, as y'all already know, it is super humid out here. Because there's so much humidity, if your hair is not properly moisturized, what will happen and what creates frizz is your hair is reaching out into the atmosphere and trying to absorb the moisture from the humidity that's all around you, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why your hair poofs up. Now, ways to manage that, the first thing you want to do clearly is try to keep your hair properly moisturized. Now, I made a video about how to moisturize your hair and everything like that, but it's not just moisturizing your hair, you also have to seal the follicles of your hair, because if you don't, that moisture will leave your scalp and then you'll be left looking like boo-boo the food. Now, a lot of times wavers typically say, man, it's too dang hot, man, my hair is too dang long, I gotta cut, I need to cut it. And I used to always look at that like, bro, like they got women that have they wear their natural hair and then they have like a wig on top, and I don't see them complaining that much. Maybe because they're used to it, but I started digging a little bit deeper, and one thing that I recently learned is that women naturally, the way that their bodies are made up, their bodies typically hold heat more in in their core area, you know what I'm saying? But as guys, we tend to let off more heat through our extremities, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, heat tends to really be released a lot more through your head. And when you live in a place like Houston that is very humid, what tends to happen is the humidity does not allow your body to sweat the way that it normally does. And what happens is you start building and releasing more heat because your body is overheating. So on this note, a word to the wise, not only do you want to keep your hair properly moisturized, you want to make sure you keep your body properly moisturized because you don't want to overheat, pass out from dehydration or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? In the summertime in Houston, it gets very hot, so don't just focus on your hair, you also want to focus on your health. Now, when it comes to moisturizing your hair, I typically try to use oils that do that, and lately what I've been doing is you have to know your porosity. I'm a low porosity waver, and the oil that I've been using lately just to help keep my hair moisturized and everything like that is this Legion sauce. Now I'm gonna do a review on it. I'm still within my month testing. Y'all already know what I do now is for my reviews, I test it out for at least a month and then get back with y'all to try to cover as much things as possible. So I'm gonna get back to the review on this and how I actually use it during the summertime. But what you want to do is make sure you find an oil that will properly moisturize your hair, a moisturizer or whatever, you know what I'm saying? There are even some butters that will moisturize your hair and everything like that. Once your hair is moisturized, you need to find something that helps seal that moisture in. This is why a lot of people in the summertime typically say they stick to oils or butters, because there's a lot of different oils that's really great to penetrate your hair shaft and properly moisturize your hair. But at the same time, there are other oils that will coat your hair cuticles and everything like that and prevent moisture from getting in, as well as seal the moisture into your hair. Now, this is a trial and error step that you have to figure out for your own self. You have to know your porosity, you have to know what oils and what products work for you, and then you have to try to figure out what is the right amount of products you can use to where it won't build up your hair. And then once you got that down, what you will notice is your hair will stay laid a little bit better. Now, if you are in a setting where it's hot, you want to make sure you keep a do-rag or a stocking cap or something on your hair, simply because if you go outside and sweat, you will lose all the benefits of the oils or the butters that help put moisture in, as well as help seal in moisture. Now, during the summertime, what I typically do is I avoid using hard brushes. The main reason why I do that is because a hard brush typically disturbs your pattern. The only time I use a hard brush in the summertime is when I'm in a house and I got the AC blowing. When I'm shooting videos, I don't have my AC on because it makes noise in the background that kind of messes the videos up. But by doing that, it gets really hot in my bathroom by not having the AC on. But I normally have my AC on when I'm using a hard brush in my house, because what you want to do is make sure your body's not sweating. As of right now, as I'm talking to you guys, it's getting pretty hot in here, and you can see my hair is probably sticking up a little bit more. But when I'm trying to use a hard brush in the summertime, what I try to do is only use it when it's in a cold environment, you know what I'm saying? A cool, cold environment. Now, with that being said, the main brushes that I typically use are mediums and soft brushes. And once your hair is trained, you can get away with using mainly soft brushes during the summertime to help keep your hair laid. Now, one of the great benefits of using medium and soft brushes during the summertime is that the medium brush will produce the oil or distribute the oils that you've applied to your hair, and then the soft brush will spread them out on all of your hair follicles. So what you want to do is spend more time using a soft brush during the summertime after you've applied the oils and everything like that. What I typically recommend doing is using your soft brush a lot more. You can go with a 60-40 split to where you use your soft brush 60% of the time and your medium brush 40%, or you can do something like a 30-70 where you use your medium brush for 30% of your daily use brushing, and then you use the soft brush 70% of your day, you know. So that's what I noticed that helps me manage my hair a lot better. As you guys can see, this is the Torino Pro. Like I said, this is the softy with pull. This is a brush that I really get benefit out of because it has pull, but at the same time it lays your hair down. So like I said, it's already getting hot in my bathroom, but I'm gonna show y'all just by brushing. I'll try to lay my hair down, rag up to keep my hair laid, and then once I'm done with this video, I can turn my AC back on, and then once my house cools down, I can take my do-rag off if I wanted to and just chill around, you know. But I'm about to just show you guys what I do. Typically try to lay my hair down and everything like this. So So after I get my brush session done, what I try to do is use my hands first. Now when you use your hands, what it does is, because your hands have pores on it, it kind of takes away the excess moisture that your hair may be having. So I just usually just pat my hair like this in the flow of my pattern, just to try to lay my hair down. then once that's done, I take my plastic bag and then just rub my waves in the flow of my pattern. Alright, now after doing that, what you guys can see is that my hair is a lot more laid down. Just take a quick notice, take a quick glance. As you can see from the beginning to now, my hair is not really sticking up as much. And this is good just to help prepare your hair before you put a do-rag on. Alright, so now that my hair is kind of laid down the way that I wanted, I'm going to compress my hair, which is the most important step during the summertime. So I'm going to take my So Many Waves do-rag, simply because I know a lot of people don't have monsoon caps and stuff like that, you know. So I'm going to take the do-rag, put it over my waves, and rag up. And I'm going to also, instead of using a monsoon cap, what I'm going to do is, most people still have regular stocking caps or boo-boos or whatever. I'm going to use the boo-boo cap today. And once that's on, you take your hand, put it on your crown just to make sure that your crown doesn't get disturbed whenever you pull down the straps. Alright, now once you got your do-rag on, what I typically do is, I don't like having the tail hang off the back because it just generates a lot of heat on my neck. So what I do is I just take both ends like this, wrap them around my fingers, and then I just twist it up. Twist it up tight enough, and then all you do is just tie it. And you don't have to tie this tight, but I usually do like a double loop, fold it over, and then just tuck in the tails and the do-rag. And then I'm done, you know. So now a few quick tips I want to give you guys is, during the summertime, what you may notice is that your hair is a lot easier to move because it's so hot, and because your hair is a lot looser. One thing that you will notice is you can define your pattern a lot better during the summertime. And for the guys that don't complain about it being too hot and want a woof, you can really make good and fast progress during the summertime because your pattern is a lot more looser due to the fact that it's hotter. And in Houston, because it's so humid, one thing that I noticed with my hair is it makes my curls a lot looser to where I can shift certain things in the direction that I want to. As y'all probably noticed, my waves, my crown is looking a lot better than what it used to. That's one of the things I like about woofing in the summertime. If I do it, like I said, I'm 4 weeks within the 10-week woofing challenge. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check out Wavy Crockett videos and everything like that. But it's your boy J. Lou. I figured I'd make this video for the people who want to woof in the summertime and want to know how to manage it. If there are still some things that you guys want to know, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. To the side are some videos that I hope you guys enjoy. But at the end of the day, I hope you guys stay hydrated. Hope you guys have a great week. It's your boy J. Lou. Salute.